Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl the Okwani, and today I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I chose the UK over Canada. Okay, let's get straight into it. First on my list is the proximity between the UK and my home country. For those of you who don't know, I am originally from Nigeria, and when you're flying from Nigeria to the UK, is basically about 6 to 7 hours, give or take. But the flight from Nigeria to Canada, oh my goodness, on an average, you're doing 18, 19, 20 hours. Some people even do as much as 24 hours, depending on, the transit involved in like your flight itinerary. And that's a whole lot for me. It was definitely not something that I saw myself doing because I'm somebody who likes to have family around. So it had always been my plan that, at some point in time, my mom will come over visiting, my mother-in-law, my family, just stuff like that. I love to have family around. And I did not just see my parents, my husband's parents at the age that they are, doing 20 hours flights because they want to also see their grandchildren. And same for myself. I did not see myself doing it. Let me just, like, even forget the grandparents now. Like, I did not see myself doing it. So that's one of the reasons why I chose the UK over Canada. Now, reason number two on my list is the transportation. Now, the transportation links in the UK is very, very good. Like, it is really good in the UK. I remember when we first moved to the UK, we definitely did not need to like buy a car at that point in time because where we stayed was really close to my school. It was close to the city center. It was close to church. It was close to really everything. So there was really no need for a car. On days where we had to go somewhere pretty far, we'll just get like Uber, and that was like once in a month, once in 2 months. It was not like really all the time. My husband had a work from home job. I had to like go to the office, but my own office was just like a 5 minutes ride on a train. So it was just really unnecessary to have a car at that point in time. But most people that I know who moved to Canada really need to get a car almost immediately because the transportation system is not the best. And I really don't blame because Canada is very wide, if we're being honest. And I know that moving from one city to another, or like from one county to another, I don't know how it's called over there, could take like 3 hours, give or take. Like that's how wide it can be. We're in the UK. Like if I want to visit the neighboring county to myself, it would just be like 1 hour. And if you're driving, it will just be a couple of minutes, and then you get to where you're going to. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I chose the UK over Canada. Next on my list, I have a new book I'm looking at here is the weather. Oh my God, guys, the weather in Canada is something else. I know people say that, once you move to Canada, you get used to it. There's heating in the house, all of that. But I am an outdoor person. I like going out. Going out makes me happy. And I think my children are the same. They like going out, exploring, playing in sand, playing in the rain. And, if I live in Canada where you have when the weather sometimes goes as low as minus 40 degrees, how are we going to cope? I know, like I said, I know that there are people that live there and there are people that have managed because definitely they will have the clothing for it and then you just have to layer properly. And this is not even me saying that the UK is not cold. People complain time and time again. The UK weather is very temperamental. Like it can be sunny right now, and in like a few seconds, it's already gloomy and raining because it rains like every single time in the UK. But I'll definitely take that over minus 40-degree weather and like snowy conditions anytime, any day. So that was a very big pointer as to why we chose the UK over Canada. Now, if you've enjoyed this video so far, I want you to give this video a thumbs up and please do consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Now to my fourth point, and one of the major reasons why we chose the UK over Canada is the job opportunities. Now, I know that in Canada, from the little research that I've made, there's something called the Canadian Work Experience. And it's even something that will help you get more points if you're going through like express entries and some of their draws. And that's not something that is really held on to here in the UK. In the UK, once you have the skills that they're looking for on the job and you do very well at your interviews, proving that you indeed have those skills and you have the right to work legally in the UK, you most likely land the job of your choice. For example, my husband, before we moved to the UK, worked as a product designer, who's a UI UX designer. And when we moved to the UK, it took him about a month to be able to land a job in his field. And why he even took that time was because we're trying to get settled, find a house. So he wasn't really focusing on finding a job at that point in time. And he really wanted one that was remote. So those were the factors that quite even delayed it up until like about a month before he finally landed that job. So I feel like if you come to the UK and you have the skills that you need, you don't necessarily need to have the UK work experience, although it's varies from role to role. I know that some people have to take certain exams or certifications to ensure that their skills are transferable. For example, nurses, doctors, you cannot just come here and then start working. You need to take their exams so that you can actually practice here. But overall, skills are like more easily transferable in the UK compared to Canada. In Canada, the Canadian work experience, they hold it in high regard. And that's not to say that it's impossible, but UK just has a better hand over them in terms of that. And to my final point as to why we chose the UK over Canada is the healthcare benefits here in the UK. Here in the UK, once you pay the IHS, which is the Immigration Health Surcharge, and you really don't need to pay any more fees in terms of your healthcare. And that fee already just covers all that you need to do healthcare. So when you're looking at if there's any emergency, if you want to put to bed, really anything, that amount will cover it. Sorry, I have a visitor here. That amount will cover it. No, can you go? Say bye. Bye. Oh yeah, go. Go. I need to shoot my videos. Thank you. See you next time. See you next time, Mom. Bye. But Mom, I'll come and give you some food now. Bye bye. My daughter, she's just like me. She's so dramatic. Like whenever she needs your attention, she'll either say her tummy's rumbling or her hand hot or her leg hot. Like she'll just come up with one story or the other. She just ate. Like they just ate noodles no long ago. So I know for sure that she's not hungry. Anyways, as I was saying, once you pay this immigration health surcharge, it's like you have access to healthcare. So whether you have an emergency, you put to bed, what have you, it's already covered. Whereas in Canada, it's not, we don't have it as easy as we have it in the UK in terms of healthcare. Now, that's not to say that sometimes the UK healthcare can be, a little slow than what we are used to. But once you pay that amount, you can, like, the access to healthcare is absolutely there, and you can have access from like day one of you getting into the UK. So guys, that's why at this point I prefer the UK over Canada. That's not to say that, in the coming years, my opinion can change because, of course, the UK immigration laws are changing like every day because they're trying to come down on immigration. But right now, this is why I choose the UK over Canada, and this is why I'm happy to call the UK home. I hope this video has been very insightful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.